All right, people, what's up? So I'm just out here scouting out the area for tomorrow's big job. I'm gonna clean out this area in front of the house and start planting, or not planting, but putting down wood chips for next year's garden or whatever we decide to do over here. But the object is to build the soil, and that's basically, I'm just saying, build the forest floor and get ready for whatever we're gonna put in here. If we do nothing, at the very least, we'll have some good soil in here by next spring. So let me turn this around and give you an idea of what we're working with. All right, so here we go. So this is some of the brush that I've pulled out before, trees that I cut down. And this area stretches from over by the DirecTV dish to those mounds of sand and rock and the trees just beyond it. And you can see it sweeps around, and that's some brush that I just pushed off to the side as I was clearing this out. This was full of leaves and twigs and all kinds of debris. You can see there's some big trees in here and there's some small trees in here. So the big trees will stay. You can see I've been cutting down trees already. And tomorrow we're going to come in here and try to really knock this out. So again, it sweeps from over there all the way around. And this is the area where I'm really going to start clearing out tomorrow. And it sweeps all the way around to here. So these are trees that I cut down a few weeks ago. So I got to get in here with the tractor, pull them out. And a lot of these trees can be used for hugelkultur beds and getting ready for next year's garden in different forest garden areas. So I've got about, right now, 4 forest garden sites that I'm going to be putting together. So we're at the other end, and all what you see here has been cleared except for the brush over there and all those small trees. Any tree that looks healthy is more than, I would say, 8 inches thick. I'm going to keep some shade in the area. And all these small trees, smaller than 8 inches thick, that don't look healthy, like for example this one here, all these small trees are going to go. And like I said, we're just going to cover this whole area with some chips. I've got about 3 large piles of wood chips that have already started decomposing that I'll be putting in here. And I'll just be contacting the tree person to come out and start delivering some more chips whenever he can. And so my goal is by fall to have all 4 forest garden areas fully chipped up, fully cleared of debris, so that we don't see anything starting to grow back like these woods or weeds here. And then, you know, basically come in, pull out all of these stumps. So we've got quite a few hours, quite a few days of work to do. But I mean, that's what it's all about. Just mounds like this, we'll chip this up, scrape out any debris that's in there, and basically just let this stuff decompose in here, build the soil, and get ready to do whatever we're going to do in here. Either this will be a pollinator garden or just a lounge area with some food dispersed throughout, some fruit trees dispersed throughout. A pond might be put in here. This is a good site for a pond. You know, come over here and relax with some benches. But that's it. And so a lot of work to do, but this is part of turning the forest into a forest food garden. And so I'll walk you over to the other site. And so I'll turn this camera as I'm moving. So here's the pile of wood chips over here. That's another pile of debris, soil that can be sifted. But here's the pile of wood chips. So you can see from what I have here between these three piles, I know I don't have enough right now to fill that entire area over there. I do have enough to fill the other sites. So I'll have to make that choice tomorrow and then start getting some more wood chips as I can. So just a quick view of the garden as I pass it. We got some cilantro and culantro coming up. It looks like only 2, maybe 3 of the culantro plants are growing, but all 6 of the cilantro plants are growing. And we got some basil in here, and we got some corn. I don't know why it's looking so yellowish, like it's lacking nutrition. I did put food in here when I made these bags, but I might need to add some more. You can see my cilantro there is going to seed, is starting to flower, but the thyme and the parsley is okay. I gotta come in here. I keep saying I gotta come in here and weed, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I really do have to come in here and weed, especially these latest bags. You can see the weeds are just coming up. So is the kale. You know, I'm reading and learning that this forest soil is supposed to be so good, but I don't know, my plants aren't looking that great, if you ask me. When I was doing the aquaponics, I was spoiled. Actually, you know what? I grew outside before, and the plants did look good. I just have to give them some nutrients, and that's it. So this here is the start of the forest garden, or food forest place number 2. So you can see we've got some big trees over here, so you do get quite a bit of shade. So I have to take into consideration that we're in zone 7 and what plants grow well in shade. So come in here and clear all this debris out, make some hugelkultur mounds wherever I can, and start to chip this area. So this area stretches pretty much all the way through here, and I can end it wherever I want. But all of this is area that can be cleared out and be used to plant food. I've got trails that I can cut through here. So I'm on one trail right now. You can see where I shoot my bow and arrow. This area over here is another food forest area. Again, a lot of shade, so I have to have shade tolerant plants until I can get some more of these trees cut down. And then I was thinking right here in this area as well, I'll clear out a lot of this right here and turn this into a small food forest spot along the trail. So you can see the trail comes from here and pretty much goes into the forest all the way to the back of the property, and I've got many other trails that I can cut and join together. So we'll be building trails, we'll be planting food forests along the trail, several locations. We've got a fenced in area over there for an orchard, so that has to be cleared out and wood chipped and get the soil prepared. All along the fence there, I want to clear that out. And one of these areas may be cleared out for the aquaponics system. So a lot of time required, a lot of effort, a lot of work, but this is where we're at. We're turning this forest into a food forest, and that's what's involved. It's so nice and peaceful out here. You can't help but just come out here and de-stress and enjoy the beauty. And this is where it all takes place. This is where it all takes place. This is the hunting ground. This is the food ground. You know, this is the entertainment. This is where it's at. But this life requires a lot of work. But it does afford you the chance to be somewhat independent. And that's what we're looking for. Independence. We're going to try to do what we can do to grow our own food and try to be of some benefit to the community. And on that note,